Right then, Europa League, last 16 draw, and as a seeded team, these are the 8 teams we could face. Bielefeld, Roma, Club Brugge, RB Salzburg, Feyenoord, Ludogorets, Glasgow Rangers, and Young Boys as well. And I have to say, a few of those teams I definitely fancy our chances against, because we beat a few of them in the group stage as well. So let's do it then. Draw for the last 16. It's going to be done by, I love seeing it's done by, Andoni Araola, former Bilbao man, I think. Yep, there we go. So, here we go. We'll be taking on, in the Europa League, last 16, not his team, Bilbao, not Ludogorets, not Rangers, Feyenoord? No? I've got to be honest here, I kind of want Club Brugge. It's not Club Brugge. Is it Bielefeld? It's not! Is it Young Boys? Yes, it is. It's Young Boys. I was hoping for Salzburg after we thrashed them in the group stage, but it's Young Boys in the last 16. Okay, take it on the Swiss side. I feel pretty confident with that. I feel pretty confident there. Was desperately trying to avoid a Thursday night at Ibrox and Roma as well, but I think Young Boys, the Swiss side, we can take them. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager save. This is episode number 41. And today we're returning with 2 massive games domestically, both in the Premier League and the FA Cup, as we play host to Chelsea in the league and travel to Old Trafford in the last 16 of the FA Cup as well. Before we get to the games though, shall both me getting on off camera. And of course, in the last episode, you saw our 2-0 win over the Gunners and then the 3-0 loss away at Stamford Bridge. Just the 4 games in a run off camera, 3 in the league and 1 in the cup. And as you can see, a pretty mixed bag of results for the Cherries. Beginning with a 4-1 victory over the Stags, Mansfield Town in the FA Cup 4th round. Very comfortable win as expected. Liam Delap bagged a hat-trick in this game. And Bojan Simic as well, the young under-21 striker we got, also got his first goal of the season in a comfortable win. Following that though, my goodness, Wednesday night, went away to Brighton, and you know those games where, like, you know, I know it's a cliche, a football's a game of 2 halves, but like the first half you're doing well, just haven't taken your chances, but you're on top, and then bang, in the second half, out of nowhere, you just get destroyed. I don't know what happened, man, but the second half, it was like Brighton's older brother picked up the controller. We just got absolutely battered. 4 different goal scorers: Brennan Johnson, Leandro Paredes, Mitoma, and Kozlowski scored the goals for Brighton in a 4-0 loss. Came out of nowhere, man. We were playing well in the first half and then got dominated. So we took them on again on Saturday in the reverse fixture back at home. I changed my tactics. I went to a 4-2-3-1 vertical tiki-taka, slow, past the opposition to death style of play, and it ended up wielding a positive result. Won by 2-1. Josh Sargent heading in our opener. Paredes got his second goal in 2 for the Seagulls, but Radulovic headed in what will prove to be the game winner 10 minutes after the restart in a 2-1 victory. And our final game in the run off camera was a shocking goalless draw away against the Baggies at the Hawthorns. Right now, 12 points all season long. How we didn't win that game, I do not know. So right now in the Premier League, as you can see, we are just in a European place. There are 10 games to go. We've now played our games in hand. I'm really pleased with the defensive record. 28 goals conceded all season long. It's been great, and whilst recently we have shipped a few, including 4 at Brighton, it's still been a stark improvement from last year. But at the moment, it's tight. That's the best way of putting it. It is tight. 10 games to go. If we can't beat West Brom, then, you know, our chance of making the top 4 is looking very slim. Well, we're 6 points behind the Reds right now. But all I care about is this. Forget the top 4. We're not ready for prime time yet. We just need to hang on to 5th, 6th or 7th. 10 games to go. It's very tight. And of course, start today's episode off, you saw the draw for the Europa League last 16 against the Swiss side Young Boys. Our FA Cup last 16 ties were at Old Trafford. That's our second game today. And the Carabao Cup Final has been rescheduled to Wednesday night again. How meaningless is this competition according to the FA that for the second straight year they've scheduled the final, rescheduled it to a Wednesday night in mid-March? Just scrap it, FA. But after we played the final and hopefully, fingers crossed, Touchwood won it again. But anyway, heading into the game, Chelsea at home, looking for revenge here. Massive game in the table right now. 10 games to go. Just 5 points separating the 2 teams here. If we win, we can cut the gap on them to 2. If we lose it, we're probably going to drop out of the top 7. So heading into the game, on the injury report right now, only 1 player down. That's Scott McTominay. Just pulled his ankle ligaments in training, so he'll miss a couple of weeks worth of football. Big blow there as the captain is Mr. Consistent in this team. And heading into the game. This is the tactic I used against Brighton and against West Brom as well. It's the custom tiki-taka. It's just very, very simple. Pass, play at a low tempo, dribble less, keep the ball on the deck, move it around, play wide, and it's just all about making sure you don't go too far out of position, and ultimately really just stay low, stay calm, stay composed, knock it around, left to right, right to left, pass your opposition to dead, and look for clear-cut chances. So, this is our team for the game. Georgie's in goal, back for his small cone, finally back from his suspension. He got banned for like 4 games after that red card against Chelsea. He hasn't played since then. Small cone at left back, Metham getting a rare start, Zavani and Aarons. Doucouré and Urasevic are our DM duo, with McKennie slightly further forward, Anthony and Tav on the wings, and Sargent up top. In fact, I might actually make Sargent a target forward for this game here. On the bench, you've got Ward, Mosquera, Mitchell, Forsby, Blanco, Traore, Santino, Staff and Ings as well. Few tired legs out there for this one here on Tuesday night. We could really do with a breather. Instead, we're hosting Chelsea. Tough one at a Vitality. Come on, you Cherries. You know, I often use this phrase practically every single season when we're going for multiple honours, as we technically are. We technically could win a very obscure treble this year with the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup and Europa League as well. But I often use this phrase, one gotta go. One gotta go. Because to compete for 4 different competitions, including a European place in the Premier League. Oh, Anthony, has he gone in? Surely, yes, Jadon Anthony gives us the lead. It's a very difficult thing for any team to do, let alone a team like ours, which really, let's be honest here, is a mid-table to top half team, and possibly European team, Europa League, Europa Conference League at best. But Jadon Anthony gives us the lead. Sargent gets credited with the assist there. It just about crossed the line. We don't need a goal line decision system because Chelsea just stopped playing. Sargent gets the assist, Anthony gets the goal, and yep, it's crossed, Bournemouth in front. So that's what this tactic is all about, really. Just playing very, very slowly, looking for clear-cut chances. And you can't get much clear-cut than 2 shots from about 4 yards out. Jadon Anthony in the box again here. Great dribbling from Anthony. Mendy this time makes the save. And the Senegalese shot stopper keeps it at 1-0. That's more like it, though. You know, much better quality of chances. We're dominating possession. That's what this tactic is all about. At the moment, it's working out. We just got an injury and Tav's gone down. Potential lower leg. I often find that's normally a gash in my players, but we'll see if it is or not. Let's bring on Hamed on that right hand side, as we still lead by 1 at the moment. So far so good. Haven't given us a single chance for Chelsea as of yet, and we look as though every time we come forward we can create a really good opportunity to get another goal. Still 1-0, but more goals in this tonight, I'm sure. And that is going to do it for the first half. Max Aarons just took a knock as well. We have to soldier on. Max Aarons plays like every game for me. He's probably, I think in terms of quality, he actually is our best player in the team, if that makes sense. He's like the only player that could probably cut it at like a, you know, a world-class team, like a Real Madrid, for example. He really is that good. Max Aarons, he's absolutely amazing. Well, maybe Mosquera as well. Anyway, first highlight, second half coming to Chelsea. So Barney had to wait a free kick as Scalvini takes over. Oh, what a goal that would have been. But I'm fine with that, though. I'm fine with that. We're playing a low defensive line in this system, which means that Chelsea, for the most part, will need to shoot from range. I trust Georgie between the sticks. Mount goes for goal, and right on cue. If they want to shoot from 25 yards, let them do it. I think we all know that in Football Manager, over the past few years, high-line gegenpress is very OP, and it is ordinarily the way to go. But sometimes doing the opposite of that, playing a low defensive line and not pressing anywhere near as much, can prove to be beneficial. And as things stand, it is. 20 minutes to go. What a scout this will be. McKennie. Back to Max. And Urasevic, the kid, getting a start tonight. Finds Josh Sargent. And now back to Doucouré. And Anthony could have been through there. Instead of pair play a couple of 1-2s as Doucouré plays a brilliant ball out wide towards Gaz. Smallcombe looking to make amends. Crosses. Josh Sargent heads in his 17th of the year. Bournemouth lead by 2. Brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. Fantastic ball by Doucouré. He's so good. What a signing he's been from Palace. Smallcombe gets an assist. Talk about making amends there after the red card he got at the bridge. We haven't seen him since then. Whips one in and Sargent heads home. Bournemouth are up by 2. The question is, can we hold on? If Chelsea get a goal back here, I'll feel a little bit nervous. We can hold on until like with 5 minutes to go. I'll feel confident of seeing it out. Sadio Mane through. Brilliant block. Still 2-0. Scalvini to Salamakers. And the Belgian down the right-hand side tries to cross. Smolkan blocks it, and Irasevic heads it away. Well done, the Serbian. And the Sergeant flicks on. Scalvini gives it back to Edison. Mane inside. Oh, cracking volley. Was he offside, though? Was he offside? I reckon he looked offside to me. I think it's going to be disallowed. Yes, it is indeed disallowed. And the goal chalked off. I often say if I can see it, then just take my word for it. He did look behind it. Yeah, he's behind the back foot. Definite offside. Thank you, VAR. So, going to make a quick change here with 6 minutes to go. Urasevic to Kiers on a booking. Never like a ball midfielder on a booking. Going to take him off for Morton Forsby, the mental man. And I'll make another change as well. Let's bring on Blanco for McKennie. So good at dictating tempo, Antonio. So 5 minutes to go, almost there. What a win this will be. Santinios for Traore, the young speedster on the right. And Josh Sargent going to come off for Liam Delap. And he's going to press in the final few minutes just to stop Chelsea from playing out from the back as easily. But it's not really going to make much difference. Bournemouth have got their revenge and got the big win. 2-0 will cut the gap on the Blues to 2 points. And that was tactically absolutely spot on. Brilliant, brilliant display. We got some fantastic chances, played some great football, dominated possession, and we took the opportunities and kept Chelsea outside our area. That's a class victory. And just before we get through to that Manchester United game, 3 of the teams involved are playing tonight. Liverpool hosting Brighton. Hopefully De Zerbi side can do us a favour. And the Red Devils host Newcastle. I know top 4 would be an unbelievable achievement, but I'm just thinking about 5th, 6th or 7th. So fingers crossed Manchester United can beat Newcastle. Yes, I know, you might think I'm not being ambitious enough, but you've got to take things as where you are, you know. We're not a top 4 team. Not yet. Not yet. Well done, Manchester United. Oh, Brighton, get in, De Zerbi. We're not a top 4 team yet. I mean, we're only 3 points behind Liverpool, but just slow and steady. Slow and steady. Know where you are. Know where you are. Right then, second and final game of today's episode. Manchester United away at Old Trafford, looking for another big scalp here away against the Red Devils. And it's interesting, but I said recently how the Premier League had a different winner for all of the past 4 years. The FA Cup's the same. The FA Cup's a different winner for the past 4 years. Is it Bournemouth's time this year? If it's going to be, we'll have to knock out the Red Devils. So once again, I'm sticking with that tiki-taka system with the very low defensive line here and very low amounts of trapping. And this will be our team. It's 4-2-3-1 again. It's Mamadashvili in goal. Mitchell, Garza, Zabani, and Mascara starting at right back in this game. So he can play there. He definitely can with the stats he's got on the 14 crossing as well. With Ducore and Urasevic once again the DMs with Radulovic slightly further forward. Batarina's on the left. Young Santinios gets the nod at right wing tonight. And once again, Josh Sargent, who was unplayable against Chelsea, leads our line as our target man. On the bench, Ward, Metham, Smallcombe, Forsby, Blanco, McKennie, Scott Anthony, and Delap as well. Second and final game, Manchester United away. Won't be disappointed if we got here with Young Boys away on Thursday night and Southampton away next weekend in mind as well. Like I said, one might have to go. If it's this one, then so be it. But even so, come on you cherries. Because we are in the Carabao Cup Final, if you were to ask me what would you prefer, getting through the last 16 of the FA Cup or winning the Carabao Cup again, I'd take winning the Carabao Cup again. I know we won it last year, but I'd love to retain it. To do that in this saves, that's one thing I very rarely get to do in FM, is retain trophies, you know. I think that would be fantastic. And it would be a qualifier for Europe as well. The difference between the Conference League and Europa League, not really too important to me. And then we could focus all of our energy on the Premier League and the Europa League with the hope of getting into the top 4 and qualifying the Champions League. Great build-up by Bournemouth all the way from the back. And oh yes, Josh Sargent turns in the rebound. What a brilliant move right from the back. And the shot saved by Simon, but Sargent turns home and Bournemouth are in front. Brilliant move. I really wish that Battery would have pegged it back to Sargent. He doesn't get the assist for it, but Josh claims the goal. It's 1-0. What a start. Oh, okay. All right. Leading by a goal. Josh Sargent is recapturing the good form he showed at the very start of the season. That's 2-2 for our number 9. And Bournemouth have the lead at Old Trafford. There's a long, long way to go. Tyrone Malafia crosses. Garza heads clear, but straight to Alejandro Garnacho. And he'll find Lobotka on the edge. Yuri Tielemans. Do you know what? I trust Georgie between the sticks. If we're going to have to reduce them to long-range shots, let it happen. Let it happen. Tielemans. Lobotka. Shoots. Over the bar. No, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. This is fine, lads. This is totally fine. Forced them. Set pieces are going to be a bit of a problem, aren't they? Tielemans. Float to one back post. Zabani does enough. Martin gets it down. Rashford dinks it in. Oh, wonder goal from the ex-Palace man. That's their first shot from inside the area, and shot caller, it's found the back of the net. He did well to keep the ball alive initially. Rashford dinks it up in the air, and what a volley. Should Georgie be getting beat there at the near post? Did have a lot of power on it, to be fair. But even so, one more. So it's okay though. And I actually say to the boys here, you can actually say to the boys, I'm gonna praise them. I'm gonna praise them, and they're delighted with that. Oh, not this free kick again. Oh, set piece is going to be a real problem. All right, that's it for the half, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Very balanced game so far, very even. Maybe Manchester United slightly better, but we are dominating possession as well. I'm happy with this. I'll say to the boys, yeah, well done on controlling possession. It's what we want. The boys are happy. I'm happy. Second half to begin. Even if we lose this game, I'm pleased with how the boys have taken to the shape. Just really pleased with this. Like, this is working. It's very rare that I'll do something tactically that actually works out, but this is actually working exactly how I planned it in my mind. The question is, with 23 minutes to go, can we hold on to force extra time? Eric Garcia back to the goal scorer, and now Lobotka finds JWP, takes it over the halfway line and sends it long to Rashford. Mosquera, jockeying, cross to the middle, Garza does well, and Batterina gets it on the deck. And Mitchell back to Georgie, sends it long, and Batterina nods on. As Sargent dispossessed. Rashford, off the post, escape. I think that goal's coming, you know. I think that goal is coming. The two times they've got inside, they've scored and they've hit the woodwork. That's my only concern, man. If we keep on restricting them to long range shots, then fuck, we'll be all right. But if they get through again, they'll score, which they have. Tony Martinez 2-1, Red Devils in front. Frustrating because ultimately, like, we've been doing well at keeping them out, but the passing's completely gone astray now. Zabani does enough there, and Georgie back to Mosquera, and no, too slow. Too slow. I know I'm asking to play at a lower tempo, but mate, you gotta read the game. You gotta read the situation, mate. You know there's a man lurking behind you. Surely Georgie's giving you the man on shout there. You gotta listen, bro. That's poor from Mosquera. That's poor. Really, really poor. Game over. I think the press has really hurt us in this game, to be fair. Manchester United have put us under a lot of pressure. We just haven't coped with that. Our passing's gone astray. We've given away possession too many times in the second half, if not in the first half. And right on cue there. Mitchell passing to Radalovic. Too slow. And the Red Devils win it back. Ball over the top. Pajuelo down the left. Crosses. Martinez for. So disappointing. So frustrating, man. We absolutely capitulated. We're doing fine. We're doing totally fine until that 70-minute mark, and Tony Martinez hits the woodwork there as it's still 4-1. We conceded 3 goals in 9 minutes. Sometimes it's not about tactics, it's just the mental side of it. Just totally lost our composure, and then they end up capitulated as well. 4-1 the final score. We were massive underdogs anyway. Massive underdogs anyway. Fuck off. Lads, I'm literally defending you here. Like, we had the lead. We were doing well until the 70th minute mark. Forget what Kervin Gasson says. We were doing fine. See, Maisie knows the score. Plenty to take from the performance. We weren't that bad. We had better possession. We scored the opener. We restricted the Red Devils to long-range shots for the majority of the game. FA Cup 5th round is where we get knocked out, just like last year. But you know what? I'm okay with that. It's where the ball wants to finish. It's where we got... I know, don't want us to get to quarterfinals. But even so, no shame in getting knocked out away at Old Trafford. It's fine, lads. It's totally fine. Focus now on that Carabao Cup Final, the League, and of course the Europa League as well. And that witnessed this episode of the FM Save, guys. So big thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you haven't, just like, much love to you. Have a fantastic day. Oh, I can't not do the Carabao Cup Final next episode, surely, man. It feels like we've been waiting forever. I'm going to play the young boys' first leg off camera. I fancy our chance of winning that away in Switzerland. They'll come back with a second leg, Aston Villa away, and then that Carabao Cup Final. A massive treble header with all 3 of our remaining competitions on display. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for a season-defining episode of the Football Manager Save very soon. Positives, lads. Positives.